During the late 16th century, a beautiful daughter of the powerful King of Spain dreamt of a remarkably handsome man. The image of him, forever imprinted in the princess' mind, filling her heart with love and desire. She does not know his name, where he is from, nor what languages he speaks. Many sleepless nights follow. A princess then make a vow not to rest till she found him. She then went to her father, the King of Spain. He built a ship and assembled a crew for her to sail the world to find the man of her dream. The princess' search began. She went to many countries. Whenever she anchored, she invited people to come on board. They were always feasting, wine, music, dancing. The princess met many charming bachelors who fell for her, but behind all the laughter and glamour, there was emptiness in her heart. They were not him. The man of her dream was nowhere to be found. Just when she almost gave up all hopes, while sailing round the island of Ireland, a dreadful storm took them to the beautiful harbour of Tobermory in the island of Mull. As in all other ports, the princess sent invitations to all the great houses. When she saw Sir Lachlan MacLean of Duat, the chief of the clan MacLean, she knew her search was over. Although knowing he was married, yet she fell violently in love with him. The Lord of Duat was so blinded by her beauty and surrendered himself entirely to her loveliness. For days he stays on the ship, forgot his youthful bride back in the castle. The news soon reached the Lady MacLean. In a jealous rage, she contrived a plan which succeeded in drawing Sir Lachlan to the land and sent her devoted servant to blow out the ship with the princess on board. Upon the news of the dreadful event reaching Spain, the king was furious and sought revenge for his beloved daughter. He sent a galleon equipped with cannons and soldiers, vowed to punish the people of Mull. The ship was commanded by Captain Fareja, who was not only a skillful warrior, but also a magician. The people of Mull were terrified, and Sir Lachlan MacLean of Duat knew deep down he had to seek magical help to counter their non-ordinary foe. Many heard of the Thessalian witches in ancient Greece. Like Thessaly, Mull was home of a race of witches. MacLean went to Doideag Mhuileach, the Witches of Mull, and begged them to help defend the island and its people. The witches agreed to help and began their work. At first, Captain Fareja managed to hold them off, but soon they called on all the powerful sisterhood from the surrounding districts, among them the 9 most famous witches of the land. Some say there were a great number of seagulls and black cats attacking the crew. They then raised a great storm surrounding the ship. Upon the arrival of the most powerful witch of them all, Maighe, from Lochaber, Captain Fareja knew the battle is lost. The ship then sank to the bottom of the sea. And so goes the legend passed down through the generations of families of Mull. But how much truth is there in the tale? There is indeed a Spanish ship sunk in the water of Tobermory Bay. The Campbell family were first granted the right by King Charles I in 1641 to search the wreck, despite protests from the MacLeans of Mull, who built a fort overlooking the site and threatened to shoot any Campbell who tried. And 400 years on, countless missions been conducted to search for what some believe to be the lost treasure from the galleon at the bottom of Tobermory Bay. According to one of the local folklores, the origin of the ship goes back to 1588 during Queen Elizabeth I's reign, when the King of Spain sent the mighty Armada fleet in an attempt to invade England. And following the Armada's defeat at the hands of Sir Francis Drake, many Spanish ships fled north to escape the English fleet, but became caught up in violent storms. One of the ships, some think it was Almirante de Florencia, later said to be the San Juan de Sicilia, ended out in Tobermory Bay in September 1588 for repair and supplies. The ship was later exploded in the bay. Some say it was blown out over the dispute of payment by the Macleans, either carried out by a spy or the Witches of Mull. Regardless of the version of the lore, the story of princess, witches, treasures certainly make an interesting legend for generations to come. Folklores not only tell us the strange and interesting tales of the society in the distant past, but it is also a reminder of the shifts of cultures and traditions throughout our history. In this instance, perhaps, it shows how the idea of the witch as an evil sorceress who was in league with the devil was an alien concept to the Gaels back in the day. It gradually changes with the introduction of Christianity to the Isles. The Witches of Mull, like many others, weren't the scary figures who hidden in the woods and devour children, nor fear, hunted, torture, and persecuted, but very much part of the community, respected by the local and consulted by the clan chief. In the words of J.R.R. Tolkien from his famous trilogy, "Pay heed to the tales of old wives. It may well be that they alone keep in memory what it was once needful for the wise to know."